Hey everybody, and welcome back to Midtown, USA. It's day 4 of early autumn, and we have finished our harvesting of our sunflower fields and our soybean fields. I have to say, I actually had a an episode recorded for the soybean harvest, but as I was putting it together, it just didn't seem to flow very well, so I just got rid of it. So we kind of lost an episode there, if you will, but not really, because I don't think it would have turned out to be a very enjoyable episode to watch. Didn't really feel like narrating too much during that particular episode, so it was a lot of just quiet. So we're raining here. Rained toward the end of day 3. We got the harvest in, and then around 9 or 10 o'clock it started to rain. It cleared up overnight, and I thought it was going to dry off. Train. Thought it was going to dry off, actually. But then it started to rain again this morning. I was getting all ready to get out in the grass field and work in the grass and basically make up some hay pellets. Decided that we're going to pelletize the 2 grass fields in the southern part of the map because we have enough hay bales to get us through winter, so we're not going to need to make any more hay. But then it started raining again, so we hooked up our big bud here to our cultivator, and when we were doing our harvest of our soybeans, we also went ahead and came on down here and put fertilizer on our sunflower field and on our soybean field. So we've got chopped straw on here, and we've got fertilizer on here. So this is going to be basically our second level of fertilization. See here, why am I not seeing my lines? Oh, I know why. I hit F5 during while I was trying to hunt some eggs. Right, here. Working with, let's just course here. Lock it in. Oh, that's ugly. You're right. There we go. At any rate, this should be getting us two fertilization levels out of this work. So while it's raining, nothing really better to do. We're just going to do some field work. Probably wouldn't really be cultivating in real life because we'd probably be really just making a big old muddy mess in the field. But we're not playing super realistic here. We're just out here having some fun. So depending on what we get done here, you know, how long it stays wet, because we can't ted our grass into hay until we don't have the wet crop symbol anymore. And the pelletizer doesn't take grass, it takes hay, so we kind of have to wait till we have dry grass in order to use our pelletizer. So we've got our fertilizer spreader over there on field 17, putting a layer of fertilizer down. Remember, field 17 is the big cornfield. Then we've got, we're over here on these 2 fields. We're going to cultivate these. And depending how far we get, we may bring the seeder out here and put in some oilseed radish. We're decided against planting wheat or barley in here because we are going to put wheat in the big field 17 for our winter crop in that field. So I think on all the other fields, assuming we can get around to it, I think on all the other fields we're going to just you know, look at things from the standpoint of just putting in oilseed radish. We've got our big bud here, and since the big bud doesn't have a 3-point hitch, it's only got a trailer hitch, we had to use the big bud 3-point lifter, basically what you would hook up to the big plow. And we hooked it up to our cultivator here, so it gets the job done. So you can hook anything up to the big bud or anything else that only has a trailed or a trailer hitch using this 3-point lifter deal that's in the plow section. It's called a trailed lifter, but it came with the big bud. It's in the plow section, but pretty much any 3-point attachment will connect to it. But we've got it hooked up to our cultivator here. So let's do a little bit of a time lapse and see how long it takes to either hammer this field out or for the rain to stop and the ground to dry up. Alright guys, so it stopped raining about an hour ago, and sun's come out, and hopefully it will dry up here very soon. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the Mapper's Paradise Cancer Research Map, Skeleton Farms. It's got a name now, and early access is out. I've got early access, and a couple weeks ago I did, right before Christmas, I did a map video on it, did a live stream. Hope you had a chance to catch it out, or catch that stream out. I've also been doing some Let's Play live streams on the map, and I have to say I really like the map. It's a small, quaint English map set in, I guess it's Yorkshire, or Yorkshire, or however you want to say it. But anyway, it's got lots of cool animations on all kinds of different triggers and everything. Nice fields that are small yet still somewhat challenging and difficult given the terrain and the topography, as far as you know, how the hills are rolling and everything. And I've been playing with more realistic on that particular series, and more realistic definitely does bring another level of challenge to the whole gameplay. You got to be careful. I can tell you that I've, you know, rolled the tractor multiple times already, a couple times on camera. So that's a little bit of a embarrassment when that happens, because you got to figure out how to you know, resolve your issues. I know I did it one time where we were doing a mission and rolled the thing, and pretty much at that point mission's over, because there's no way to get it back upright without getting off the field. So that was a bit of a bummer to have completely missed out on that income, and have completely wasted the time that was involved in the mission. But at any rate, you know, it's a little confusing with more realistic, because you've got to have mods that have been made more realistic compatible and have more realistic configurations and stuff. So you can't just use any willy-nilly mod unless you're willing to forego the realistic aspects of gameplay when you're using that particular implement or that particular tractor. So I'm still kind of learning and still trying to figure out what to do with it. So so for now we're just using kind of base equipment over there. Trying to finish off this field, and then we're gonna set our hired worker up over on the adjacent field over there, with respect to the cultivation. We're gonna need to check on our fertilized spreader. Looks like he may have what he's coming to a stop for. Why he stopped? So we'll have to go check out him and see what he's doing. And at that point, it may be time to get everything over to the grass fields and get that staged on up. All right, so we got our big bud over on the soybean field. We've got our fertilized spreader, figure it all out, and got ourselves a caravan going here. Got a I'm in the mower. We got some hired helpers in the windrow rake and in the new pellet press, and we've got our lovely wife driving the Mercedes. She's going to be piloting the gravity wagon. What we're going to do is once we get a dry crop condition, we're going to basically ted up the grass and basically pick it up with the pellet press and pelletize it, and then we're going to use the gravity wagon to unload the pellet press, and we're going to run the pellets back to the main farm here and put them in our hayloft, and we may use them for as a substitute for hay in our we may try to use it as a substitute in hay for our TMR mixer, or we may just store them and save them for kind of a rainy day, and then take them down to the pellet sell point and either bulk sell the pellets, or we may, if we can find ourselves a investor, or we make a small fortune in black gold, well, I call it black gold, the compost, then we may just buy ourselves a backing factory to bag up our pellets and sell them that way. Let's go ahead and kind of move everything off the field here, or off the road, kind of get it staged. What we can do is we can go ahead and start mowing before we have a dry crop, and then once we get the dry crop condition, we can basically follow that with the rake, and follow that with the pellet press right behind it. So let's go ahead and kind of anticipate that we're going to get dry grass. Let's go ahead and what do? We had a course for this called, here it is, 18 and 19 mower. Pick that up here. We have two pieces. We don't have, what, two? Go. And we're going to go ahead and start that off. Oh, of course. Wrong mode. Oh, look, we got our grass dried up. No, 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 no. Our mud. Let's current waypoint. All right, well, while we were messing with all that, we got a dry crop condition. Rather convenient of us. Let's go ahead and get this guy set up on the exact same course. Field work. 18 and 19 mower. And what's our mower working at here? Our mower is mowing at 10.5 miles an hour. So we want to put him, his field speed, let's drop him down to 10 miles an hour. Here we go. That way he won't catch up with the first guy. Lower him, turn him on, and drive our course. You don't want to stop. How are you doing? There we go. So now let's try this pellet guy out. Never used this thing yet. Alright, so what do we need to do? We need to lower our pickup, and we need to turn it on. And I guess that's all we do. Now, he moves a pretty slow clip. Did a whopping 6 miles an hour. Check him out. I have absolutely no idea how many pellets we're going to get out of this thing. Already got 2,000 pellets. We had to put molasses in it and water. I guess the molasses helps and the water both help to in the compaction and the pelletization, if you will, of the hay. Water we moisten it a little bit, and obviously the molasses is sticky. Molasses may also be used as kind of a flavor enhancer to entice whatever animal we're going to feed this to eat it. Let's go ahead and do field work, and let's pick the chorus. It's the wrong one. And do next closest waypoint and drive course. We're gonna run back here and get our gravity wagon, because this guy was almost full already. But he needs to be unloaded. Alright. Let's hope this gravity wagon can go underneath that thing. But I've not tried this. We have to use our Mercedes because our other tractor is up there with the fertilizer spreader. All our tractors are in use. I think we can go underneath this. Oh yeah. Whoa. Dial back to cruise control on this thing. Set our cruise speed. Speed it up a little bit. Go. Oops. Said it's something that not going too fast, we're not going too slow, it's just perfect. So what we're going to do, like I said, is we're just going to keep driving this back and forth to the farm. Hopefully we can get to the farm, unload it, and get back before this thing fills back up. Really cool animations on the, I guess that thing kind of chops it when it picks it up, and kind of an auger grinding it in. Cool animations there at the top. Pulling the hay in. Then I guess that round cylinder is what compacts it and pelletizes it. Comes through that screened auger at the top onto a little belt, then dumps into the bin there. That's pretty neat. Wait here for a little bit. Get a little fuller, if you will. Looks like we're going to need to fill him up with molasses and water a couple times during this whole process. Get our water trailer down here. This guy only holds 500 liters of water, I think. Remember when we defined our own field here, kind of went out a little wider than the field actually is, so we're kind of mowing through some wildflowers here. Looks a little strange, but maybe in FS19 we'll be able to have like mowable foliage like this, where we can have mowable wildflowers and things, as opposed to indestructible wildflowers. I mean, even if we came in here with a plow, they would still remain, I think. Let's go ahead and look at these pellets a little bit closer. Build texture. Probably could be a little higher resolution. It's a little blurry from that close. Alright, let's go ahead and run this on up to the farm. Now, the only advantage of using the Mercedes here is that we can kind of kick it up and get going a little bit faster than maybe the tractor would on its way back to the farm. Let's go ahead and cut up here. This is technically between the two fields. There. Back to the cancer map, cancer charity map. I encourage you all to download it when it's available. As the time I'm recording this, it's not been released yet. I was hearing rumors that possibly it's going to be released to console first and then to PC. But either way, if you're a console player or a PC player, I encourage you to download it. Only because Giants pays mod authors that put mods in the mod hub. They pay them per download. So even if you're not going to play the map, I'd encourage you to download it just for the sense of consider your download as a donation to charity, because it quite literally is. Every download that they get, a certain amount of money will be donated to a charity. And then I encourage you to also rate the map. Now, I'm not going to ask you to rate it 5 stars. That would be nice if you feel that it's worth 5-star rating. But what I'm going to ask you to do is basically to rate it what you feel is a fair rating. Let's unload this. Go right on into the hayloft. Pretty cool. Didn't have to modify this hayloft at all. I just took it. So I encourage you to rate it what you feel is a fair rating. If that's 5 stars, that's good. You know, if it's 4 stars, that's fine. I'm giving it 5 stars when I can, because I think it is definitely worth 5 stars. I'm definitely downloading it, even though I already have an advanced copy. I'm going to download it from the mod hub to basically put my download in there and help them out that way. So I encourage you to go check that out and do that. I have to say, I think my favorite animation of all the animations is probably the one where one down at the BGA where you have to to turn the wheel. Let's see here now. Where is the press? What's that? Press. The press is this way. I don't want to run on the grass. I don't want to knock the grass down. Looks like I'm going to have to cut across here. Ready? See if we can't pull on up underneath this. There we go. Now we're going to unload it again. So you can see this process is going to take a while. So I'll probably, well, I'll stick with it for a little bit, and then we'll call it an episode, and then we'll just do all this work off camera. Given that it's almost 4:30, I think what I'm going to do is stop the mower and basically let the windrower catch up, because we are forecasted for rain tomorrow. Now I'm wondering if we might have rain in the evening, so I might just risk it. I might go ahead and let this guy do all of his work. That is the mower. Let the windrower. Did we almost have a collision? Let the windrower do his work, and then just however long it takes to pelletize this stuff up, to pelletize it up. If that means we're going to be working through the night, then we work through the night, I guess. So, while we're talking about maps, I guess we should also talk a little bit about the flood of American maps being released as of late. Right before Christmas, we had probably, what, four American maps get released, all within about a week of each other. We had Mills County over at American Eagles Modding. We had Autumn Oaks over at the Mod Hub. We had Tazewell County over at the Mod Hub. We had on Facebook, we had the release of what is it called? B. It starts with a B. Bradford County, I think, or something like that. That was by the same guy that did the Autumn Oaks map. And he also put out an edit of Clover Creek on his Facebook. So we've got a flood of American maps as of late. And we've got, you know, this map is either out now. Again, I'm recording this in advance. So the map's either already come out or will be coming out very soon. And we've got UMRV version 3 is supposed to be out very soon. And then also we've got, for some reason this guy isn't unloading. I'm just going to park over here and wait. We also have the version 3 of UMRV that's coming out very soon. And the folks over at UMRV are working on something else too, that's supposed to be coming out soon. So we've got a a bevy of stuff. Oh no, we just ripped my rake apart. Don't run into, oh, that was brand new. Why did you run into that? That was expensive. That was almost $300,000, that pellet thing. Guy mowing runs right into it. we're going to empty this guy. We're going to, that'll probably then fill up this auger wagon. I'll go ahead and start closing this video out. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider clicking the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and click that subscribe button to get notifications on future videos. And we do map videos pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday. We also have a Let's Play series on this map, Midtown, USA, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've got some exciting things coming away as far as future live streams and future plans, so hit that subscribe button. That way you can get updates and notifications on future content that's coming out. Encourage you to go check out Three Dudes Media. There's a link in my description. It's an awesome website for, I guess, adult gamers or gamers with a more mature mindset from the standpoint of just, you know, farm sim or any other game for that matter. We've got an open multiplayer server available to any member of the Three Dudes website. All you got to do is sign up for a membership, and in the multiplayer lounge will be a sticked post, a post at the top that will have all of the connectivity instructions on how to connect to the multiplayer server. I will typically do streams on the multiplayer server every Saturday night on the Three Dudes multiplayer server. And then we also have PCSG, another great web community for you to check out. Again, for the more adult oriented gamer, somebody that's looking to play with a mature crowd that's not just going to jump in the server and, you know, junk up things just for fun. So I encourage you to go check them out. And until next time, guys, happy farming.